there. Let's make sure it's working. Give me a thumbs up if you see me and it's working and you can hear me okay. I should be able to see the chat. Let's see. Okay, so you can hear me. How is everybody doing? How is your day? It is a Sunday here. Let's see. Michelle, hi. It's working. Okay, great. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it'll scroll up and everybody can see me. This is a live Q&A. I want to welcome everybody here. I'm so happy to have you. It is on my phone. I have held off on doing this because I was trying my hardest to figure out how to do this the best way with a microphone to make it sound good because I like my lighting, I like I like the camera to look good, I like the sound to be okay because I find it annoying, but so long as you all can hear me, that is what counts. And so I want this to be an interactive chat where you guys can talk to me in the chat and the messages will pop up for me. But I asked yesterday when I said that I was going to do the live, I asked that, let's see, everybody send me, let's see, let me turn this down. Let's see, I asked everybody send me messages or like questions if I couldn't hear you. Hi, just got home from church a bit ago, then popped up. Happy Sunday to you, Julia. Hello from South Africa. What time is it in South Africa right now? Hey, Shannon, how are you? This is so much fun. It's like chatting with my friends. I've been, talking to you guys on my videos for so long, and you don't really, you get like not the scripted version of me, but you get more of the professional me. Oh, hi. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like watching my videos. But anyway, I asked for questions on the community page, and I know sometimes the community page, like, it doesn't pop up for everybody, so there are some on there. So I just thought we'd ask some questions, but I also kind of just want to see you and talk to you on the live chat. So hey to everybody. So one of the questions, I want to make sure that I do answer them. It's interesting, I guess. Ananda Priya, I think, were you Ananda? Hi, Lori, how are you? Hi, Tanya. It's 8:30 in Ireland. Miss Frugality, is that what you call me? Or you, Miss Frugality? She asked about my tax appeal. So if you remember, I talked about we got a crazy tax bill, and there was this discussion in my community about the 3 separate neighborhoods, but it's one neighborhood, and as I've talked about, I'm in real estate, not like sales real estate, but have been in all of the different realms of real estate. And we are able to prove that what they are valuing is completely unfair. And then also, it's interesting, my husband did the appeal and went to the county, and one of the people who was appealing knew somebody on the appeals board, and called him by his first personal name, and he got his appeal through, but we then didn't. So that doesn't seem very, I don't know, smart or professional. What's the right word for that? Kathy, you've never been in a live chat? It's so much fun. I love live chats with people that I watch on YouTube. It's just one of my favorite things. And then you can also watch it back as just like a podcast type thing. That's what I do with one of them. I put her on in the morning whenever she does a live, and at night, because I go to bed like super early, and I put her on in the morning so that I can listen to her like a podcast kind of thing. Anyway, we had to finally appeal to the state regarding the taxes, and go ahead and pay them. And they said if the appeal goes through, then they will send the money back. I'm like, are you going to pay me interest for holding my money? Probably not. Anyway, we haven't heard yet still when our actual appearance will be before the state, but we are still appealing. That is how, it's just one of those things that if you're going to treat us dirty, we're going to take it there. So we're still trying to overcome that. And if you are enjoying this, make sure you click on that like button. I'm excited to be here. Um, Adriana asked, what was the biggest mental hurdle you had to cross when you steered towards a new financial and minimal future? And I do have my tea here. I always have my tea or my water in my Yeti. The biggest hurdle, mindset. That's why I talk about the book Love Your Life, Not Theirs by Rachel Cruz, because before I had read the books by Dave Ramsey, right? The Total Money Makeover. But I think there's a different, for me at least, and it could be for other people, a different way of approaching me of how I guess, listen to you or how you resonate with me. And if you're going to really light a spark, there you go, light a fire in me. And in that book, she really talks about comparisons and how people spend money trying to be something that they're not, or because they see other people being certain ways. I talked about how she will talk and say that talk about her vacation to Charleston, and then she saw her, and it was wonderful, and then she saw her friend go to Europe, and then she felt bad about her vacation. The way she just presents it in the book. Now, the interesting about Rachel Cruz, she's never been in debt, right? Her dad went through bankruptcy when she was a baby, so she's personally never felt that. She's always been on a budget, right? So you would almost wonder if she had the knowledge or the experience, which I kind of think experience helps you if you're teaching something or talking to somebody about whatever the topic is. If you are just talking about, have you seen Kate Caden's videos? She mentioned me? Did she? Oh my gosh. No, I've seen. So the interesting thing about me is what I try to do is not watch other frugal, and I'll get back to what I was talking about, frugal influencers, not to shade any of them because I see them, but I want to not copy or I don't know. I want to create my own little niche, and I think I'm my own person. I've seen some of them, and I think she's so sweet. I think I've seen a few of her videos, and I love that she mentioned me. So hi, Kate, if you get to see, thank you for mentioning me. She's doing awesome. Some of those channels are really, really doing awesome. They're very, very good. I just know I'm a little bit different. I'm a little bit more, I guess, into my feelings, and if there's certain things that I like, then I will buy them. She mentioned a collab to get in touch. It was a little while ago. Oh, I'll have to get in touch with her and do a collab. Thank you so much. I'll do that. That'll be fun. But getting back to, that book, if anybody or anybody maybe that is more not analytical, but more into like their emotions, that book will touch a chord. That book will help turn somebody's financial course. That's my personal opinion. And I just bought it for somebody actually. They had been talking to me about this so in my that I know. And I just bought them the book, and I think it was $15.99 on Amazon, and I gave it to them. I said, here, they read it or they don't. That's their opportunity. And I also think with books too is sometimes you are at a place in your life where you are ready for a book, and then sometimes you are not. And that's okay. Like for me, there may be a book that I read 10 years ago that didn't hit, that didn't do well for me. And then in 10 more years, or now it might be a book that really resonates. Good evening to you. It is 3:40 here on the East Coast. And I was like, I gotta come on early because you guys don't realize how much of a grandma I am. I've already prepped for dinner. which I didn't film it this time, but I promised you guys I'm gonna film the bean ball. So it's so delicious. Oh my goodness. So as a non-meat eater, I try, sometimes you just have that craving for like some sort of meat, but not the meat substitutes because there's so much junk in some of that stuff. Um, you didn't know I was going to live today. Linda, how are you? I just want to give you a hug. Can you give me a hug? Bring it in. I mentioned Linda on my channel. Oh my goodness. I really do love you guys. You know how I get emotional. I've got a tissue just in case I get emotional here. Hello from, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Oh, thank you, Linda. New Brunswick, Canada. How are you doing in Canada? What's the temperature today in Canada? Let me tell you, we had an Easter egg hunt yesterday, and in our neighborhood, my daughter looked like she was living in Canada doing the Easter egg hunt because she had the hat and the gloves, and I did too. Anyway, getting back to the vegan meat, like the Impossible burgers, those things are delicious. Um, oh, hi, Debbie. I'm an encourager. I appreciate you. Let us know that it's okay. We are not. Yeah, no, it's okay. You're not hitting goals. I do it. Are you kidding? Hello from Quebec. My goodness. No, I always want everybody to realize it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay if you are not super frugal about everything. It's okay if you don't use vinegar and water to clean with and you love Mrs. Myers. That is okay. So I think that's where I kind of differ a bit. But anyway, the bean balls. Oh, the Impossible chicken nuggets are delicious too. However, again, all that stuff has so much crap in it, and it's super expensive. But sometimes it just hits when you need it. 8 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna be ignorant here. I don't even know what that is Fahrenheit here. Somebody can tell me. I don't know. It sounds cold. That's all I can think. Making bean balls. So the bean balls are kidney beans, 2 cloves garlic, and again, I'll do a video on it. It's chopped up onion, basil, oregano. I think it's a half a cup of oats, and it's like 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and you like blend all that up, right? And then you smush it up like hamburger meat, like you're making regular meatballs. And then you make it into shapes of meatballs, and then you fry it. Not fry it. I don't say fry because that's like if you're Southern, you think deep fry. You take your pan, and I use my always pan, and I put olive oil in it, and then it's it's a little significant amount of olive oil, so you cook it, and then you brown them on each side. You flip it, and then for the gravy, that was one thing that I always had a hard time making gravy. My mom could do it from anything for meat when I did eat meat, but with this, it's so simple. So it's you you take the onion, you saute half of an onion, and then I think you mix flour and it says use coconut milk, but I use oat milk because I love oat milk to make the paste. And then so oat milk, and then that's the paste. And then you pour that in, and you then add vegetable broth, soy sauce. Julia, you got the treadmill. Are you loving it? Are you loving it? I talk to you guys in the comments, so that's why I know these things. I remember you guys, so don't think I don't. And then after you've mixed the soy sauce and the vegetable broth, it's super thick, right? And you bubble it up for a little bit. You take it off the heat and you put in, I think it's like a half a cup or 3/4 cup of vegan mayonnaise. You are a blessing. May God bless you. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I am not on Facebook. No to the Facebook. Veggie meatballs. Yes, they're delicious, Julia. And then the great thing about it is, hi, Amanda. You can take that. So you've got the meatballs and you've got the gravy, and you can put it on top of mashed potatoes, which if you didn't hear, I can no longer eat white potatoes. They do not sit well with me, which is something very stressful in my life because I love potatoes. Or you can put them on top of rice, or you can put it on top of like noodles, like the egg-free. I like the egg-free wide noodles. They're the softer ones. You get them at Walmart. They're always on the lower shelf. I went to Walmart today. Yeah, but I went early and I got 3 bags of them. That's all that was left. So I got all 3 of them. And it's like a Swedish meatball kind of a thing. It's so good. That's one of my favorites. And then I also make the chickpea salad, which I have on another video a while back, probably sometime last year. So our video is the only social media you participate in. So Debbie, I have opened up a, but I'm not going to release it yet, but Instagram for the candles. Then I'm finally, this has been a whole year-long struggle with these candles because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. That's why it's taken me so long to do this live, because I was just scared of the quality of my phone. I was scared of the quality of the audio. It's not going to be as good as a regular video, the quality of the audio and the quality of the video, but I think it's fun because I can talk to you on here. So yes, I am not on Facebook. I've been off of Facebook for a year and a half, maybe more, and I do not miss it. Do not. Even with Instagram, I have to make sure I'm only using it for, I would only be using it for the business kind of stuff, because it just gives me anxiety. Some reason, seeing other people, seeing all like the celebrities and news and all that kind of stuff shoved in my face, and people's, that kind of stuff, it just makes me, it just feels icky. So I don't like it. And I had no reason to be on Facebook, and I got off during, you remember that time a couple of years ago when things were a little sketch around, or maybe like about 18 months ago, people were so divided, not that they're not divided now, but they were super divided. I said, I just can't, for my peace, I can't deal with this. So let's see here. To Adriana's question, and you're welcome to ask me questions in the chat. Julia, did you say that you liked having the treadmill? Julia was worried. She'd saved up and was worried about buying the treadmill, but she had done so much thought behind it. She'd overanalyzed it. And I said, just if you do get it, she was worried it would collect dust. You know what most treadmills do? They turn into coat hangers, right? You have to really think about you. Amanda agrees. I don't do Facebook either. It's so addicting. You don't realize how much time you're wasting. Exactly. People only share highlights on social media. It's not realistic. And it just makes you feel bad about every situation. Yes. It just makes you feel lower. And in this day and age, I don't think we need anything else that helps do that to us. I understand the perfection thing. My 81-year-old father lives with my husband and I. He is a meat and potatoes kind of guy. Any ideas? Oh no, where did it go? It needs to come back up. I need to figure out, this is my first one, so y'all gotta just, let's see. He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy. Any ideas on how to get him to try more vegetables? I give up. Well, he's 81, so my brother is a meat and potatoes guy, or not even the potatoes. He's just a meat and, what do you call it? Meat and bread guy. He's branched out a bit more, but yeah, he'll sit at Thanksgiving and he would just get a plate full of ham and homemade biscuits, which let me just tell you, good biscuits. My grandmother, passed when I was, I don't know, teenager, but made the best biscuits. Like, what grandmother doesn't make the best biscuits? I tried vegan biscuits. I made them. They were awfully flat. It didn't turn out all that well. I don't know what to say about an 81-year-old. I think they're stuck in their ways, and just give him all the meat and potatoes he wants. If you're at that age, and I think the median age of, life expectancy is 78, just keep living and eating your meat and your potatoes if that's what you want, I think. Getting back to the questions that were already posted, Christine Burns says, do you have any strategies for managing your time-saving hacks? From your videos, I know you have a family, a job, YouTube, and you are starting a business, so that is a lot. It is a lot, and I think that's why my candles have taken so long. Plus, I've gone between the wood wicks were literally the bane of my existence. And I went away from them. I found some eco cotton wicks. That's what I'm going with. That's what I finally figured out. The wood wicks were just, they were not working with the type of wax, the 100% soy wax that I have. And they were, just to tell you, we were testing them and they turned we change our air filter once a month. They turned our air filter completely black. That's how much soot they were putting off. And there is no way I would put that out. No way. There's no way I'm putting this out until I am completely ready for it. Now, I'm also holding myself back, which is something I'm learning to grow, meaning I am scared of failure on it. I'm also scared of the success of it as well, because when am I going to have time to get the orders out on time? And I don't want to disappoint people because I am a mom to a 5-year-old. My husband works really odd hours because he's a first responder. I do work full time, probably 40 minutes from my house now. I do YouTube, which that's the great thing about this live, because it's super simple and I can just come on here, and if you see the rattle, it's just because of my little table here that I have you set up on. But the thing with the live is I was worried that, if I do something stupid or say something stupid or somebody interrupts me in a regular video, I can just, clip that out of there. In this, I can't. So I'm trying to be, I don't want to say anything dumb or say anything offensive and, upset anyone. I don't never want to do that, because you guys mean so much to me. So I want you to know that. You can still chat with me in the chat. Let's see. Are they soil? Are they soil? Are they soil candles? Look, I did it. Are they soy candles that are scented? Yes. So they've got like essential oils and safe scents in them. I'm starting out with 9 scents, and I'm going to have, I've got way more than that, but I was trying to launch all of them at one time. It was not good. So I've got a great variety of 9 that I'm going to start out with. Butter makes everything better. You only need to eat a few vegetables. So find out what he likes. Roasting is good. He's doing very well regardless. I think with vegetables, my husband doesn't like, he finally tried broccoli again for the last, let's see, when was it? My daughter and I love broccoli. So he ate it probably a couple weeks ago. Not that that matters. But he's like, the top is okay. The bottom stem part is not. I think, well, it's fine. Just eat the top. And then, I made Brussels sprouts. And I make them a little different. He was like, oh, okay. So it's just about how you make it. I don't like raw vegetables whatsoever, ever, any time of the day. I praise you if you do. My daughter does. I'm so glad she does. I wish I did, but I cannot. So like for green beans, I like to take green beans, little olive oil, roast them, put them with a little onion flake on top, like the onion flakes you buy like in the spice area. Maybe a little garlic salt, which is the garlic salt from Aldi has like parsley in it. It's delicious on pretty much everything. And then put that in the oven and get it a little crispy. And if you like cheese, you can put some Parmesan cheese on that top. That's a good way to do that. With broccoli, it's great to mix into rice. I do that a lot myself, or pasta. So I do a olive oil kind of pasta. So if you've ever been to an Italian restaurant or like a Carrabba's, bonefish, I don't think Olive Garden has it, but you know that like herb mix that they have, and they put olive oil on it, right? And you dip your bread in it. You can create that. Just go on Pinterest, and if you want, look up Carrabba's bread mixing oil, and it tells you all the spices to put in it. So I actually boil pasta, and then I will saute half cherry tomatoes with garlic and olive oil, and then I will put in that spice mix while I'm cooking it in the always pan, and it gets a little crunchy. I'll put onion flakes in there too. So boil your pasta and then put that mixture on top of your pasta, and it just is delicious. And then you could eat that with some roasted with some just boil in a bag if that's easiest, broccoli or um, broccoli roasted. And then the same thing with the how I do my Brussels sprouts is I cut the bottom off of them, like the little cabbage part, and I rip the cabbage completely apart, right? And then I do a little bit of, I'm talking just a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of garlic salt, and I toss them. It looks like a bunch of little baby heads of lettuce pieces, not with the thing that attaches it, in the air fryer. Gets it a little bit crispy, and then I pull it out and I put the balsamic glaze, or you can use balsamic vinegar I use the balsamic glaze from Costco. It's delicious. Um, Put them back in and get them a little crispy, and that is so good um, on top of pasta or with pasta, and a good way to get in that vegetable. Let's see. I never thought. Let's see. Oh no, come back. Messages. It says I never thought that about with the candles. No wonder my air filter gets so dirty. Yes, especially so that's the thing about candles, and people don't realize is that when somebody, it's very scientific. So when you're testing your candle, you have to test a candle all the way down to burn. And I'm making candles right now, they're going to be at least 50-hour or more burns. And you got to make sure that wick doesn't smoke, right? And not every oil, you may use the same wax, but not every oil will produce the same effect within that wax. So if you've got a candle that wasn't tested or done right, or there could just be some fluke, or again, a wood wick, there's more smoke. So just change maybe where you're burning it. Making sure that you are trimming your wick is a huge thing on it to keep it from being so burning many. See, my husband doesn't eat. Margaret says my husband doesn't eat broccoli or a list of vegetables or salad ingredients as long as your arms. So no matter how much I cook them, he's definitely meat and potatoes man. I get it. Well, let's see who else. Let me see. Let's see. I want to make sure everybody getting everybody's comments. Yes, you were spot on. Needed the advice. Oh, Julia, about the treadmill. Plus now I'm switching to daylight bulbs. Yes, legitimately, I did it in this room that I film in because the yellow was just and that's an extra light, so it's really, really nice. I agree with you. The natural light. So interesting about the candle wick. It absolutely is. They're so much better for your lungs and for your pets. I won't use anything else until I found the soy, and then excuse me, the oils I'm making sure clean, and then the wicks are eco wicks, if that makes sense. What are my top tips on saving money on energy costs? I have a video coming out on that. There are so many. Well, I mentioned one of them in this video, and that's changing out your air filters monthly. My husband he puts it on his Google Calendar. All these things are on his Google Calendar, and I'm very lucky to have him. Trust me, I know this. He puts on there changing the air filter. So it's the 27th of every month. The dog gets his heartworm medication and his flea medication. The air filters get changed. We have front-loaded washers. We put that stuff in it to keep it from the mold and stuff. That happens. And he runs this dehumidifier thing every time. And then also every 2 weeks, he does the changing of the sheets in the house. And he puts all this stuff, even like checking the generator. So we have one of those pull-out generators in case the power goes out. And you have to run it once a month to keep it like well oiled and working. So he even has all of that. So I'm very lucky that I have him to be able to do those things. That's one of the tips, is maintaining your things. I talked about this in another video about like the air conditioning units. The house we lived in prior to this one, it was his house, and he had never had it serviced. And no joke, I was pregnant. And I got pregnant in February, and I was pregnant. So I was during the heat of the summer, and I was eating sleeves of chocolate chip cookies. So let's just say I gained some weight, and I had a 9.4 pound baby, and it was hot. I was wearing maxi dresses and maxi skirts the whole time. And I ended up, the air conditioning, I came home from work and it was off, and I flipped my lid, and we called Morris Jenkins, got him out there, and he's like, yeah, it was something that should have been maintained. So from that point forward, we have had them maintaining and cleaning twice a year our air conditioning and units. Even when we bought this house brand new, we built it with a builder. As soon as, we had them come in within 6 months, and we have them come out, so we don't have that issue, because I was not made to live during the time when I talked about that I talk about a lot, which is with no electricity and with no air conditioning. Don't forget, chat with me in the chat. I'd love to chat with you if you have questions there. So let me get back over here. I think Lori had a question. Okay, yeah, but strategies on managing time. I kind of got everywhere. I am a novice with air fryer cooking. How do you fry veggies in it? So air fryer fries quick. It's great for like kids and chicken nuggets. It does it in no time, and they come out as crispy as Chick-fil-A. But green beans didn't work. Brussels sprouts are terrific. I don't like putting broccoli in it. I use it for chickpeas. Oh, that's one of the reasons I like it too. I don't use it for a lot of vegetables, oddly. It's great for French fries and potatoes. If you can eat, which I do put sweet potato fries in it, which I can eat those, but it is amazing. It's so quick, it's delicious, and they're crispy. You don't waste your time putting them in the oven and wasting all that energy or heat in your house. No need for air conditioning units in Ireland or air filters. A dehumidifier is great to avoid dampness and to dry clothes indoors. I dry clothes on an outside line as much as possible. Hi, Pat! Hugs to you too! You and Linda and Amanda too. Okay, Amanda would love to see a video about building a house, tips and tricks, regrets, things you were glad you did, etc., and ways to save money during the process. Well, there's not a lot of money saving happening right now. However, this is certainly something with building that I know a lot about, and land, and acreage, and what you should pay for something. Yeah, I could do that. That would be a good video. I don't know how many people are buying or anything like that. So with managing my time, I do not do a good job. Let me just tell you. I overwhelm myself. That's one thing I want to be with you guys, as always, is honest. I'm not going to pretend that I'm perfect at being frugal, that I'm perfect at saving money, that I'm perfect at not spending on stupid stuff, and certainly that I'm perfect on managing my time, because I am most certainly not. I don't do a good job. I overwhelm myself. I stress myself. And what I've come to realize is that I have to prioritize my happiness. And if there's a lot of resistance to something, like there's a reason my candles haven't worked out till now. And the reason is because the ideas and the reasoning behind them and the way it's going to come out was meant to have these other things happen first. And I wholeheartedly believe in like the divine coincidence of it and the timing of it. So basically, there's not really, it's the other thing that, as far as time, the one thing I will tell you, okay, I could tell you this, is I don't not work. Meaning, all day today, I've been doing, not this morning, because my daughter is not feeling well, but this afternoon, which is, it's my weekend, right? I work Monday through Friday. I have filmed videos. I filmed 3 videos already. I'm doing this live. And because I don't do it at night, I get up at 4:45 every morning. I make a priority to try to do some sort of yin yoga, stretch out my muscles. It also releases negative energy or stored up, pent up energy. I also try to at least meditate 10 minutes a day to, again, keep that peacefulness within me. There's a whole nother side of me that you guys don't know. Because to be able to do what I do, I've got to maintain myself. I can't burn out. Burnout just when you flatten yourself, right? I've made YouTube easier to do. And like, I have some people that say, well, can you put the timestamps and can you put all of this in your videos? No, I can't. I would love to do all the new fun, cute features for you guys, but I can't possibly and get the videos out. I do not have the time. Um, for people who don't work or don't have little ones, then or have a partner home often, or at least when they are, it's easier. But I don't. My husband has wonky hours. I work very hard. I full time. Um, but I don't watch. I don't waste my time. Is what I'm trying to say. That's how I manage. I don't spend time on social media, scrolling. Um, I don't waste my time watching television. Oftentimes, what you'll see me do is I have television on in the background, meaning on my phone. Um, I'll be doing dishes or folding laundry or I don't know, a spreadsheet, and I'll have, watching the 12th season of Downton or watching the Downton Abbey for the 20th time on repeat. It's like people who would watch Friends all the time, right? I watch series over and over and over. And it's not often that I watch a new series unless it's something like Bridgerton, which if you've watched Bridgerton, make sure you give this video a like. I love me some Bridgerton. But see, I watched like the whole series. I watch it, but I'm multitasking. So that's one of the other bad habits that I have. But as far as time management, I just don't waste my time. I'm constantly doing something. All right. Michelle, how are you? How do you handle kids' toys and keeping things simple? I have started to request for people not to buy my boys toys. I love that. We're rhyming here. But for some reason, it feels like they still have so many. I get it. And then my daughter's also very, very creative, which is wonderful. But it also means that I have a cardboard box turned into a truck. I have another cardboard box turned into a puppy house in my house right now. And art and everywhere. I mean, she was building a robot out of a piano box and paper towel rolls. So I'm not going to be upset with the creativity that wonderful, beautiful child has. Keeping things simple. One thing that we did from the start with my daughter is we asked family to, especially when they're little and they really don't understand what's going on. Every state's different as far as what you can do for college fund. And not every kid's going to go to college. It is what it is. But we started a 529 for her, which is the tax-free college account. Before, it was actually my husband started it with our first pregnancy. So if you don't know my infertility story, I did IVF in 2013 and got only one embryo, and I lost my baby. And then we couldn't afford to do it again till 2016, and we were able to have my daughter. So he started it then, but he didn't put any more money into it with the first baby. So it was already started and making something. But we gave the account number out, meaning people could go and put direct deposit, and then they could print out this paper that says, I give you X amount of dollars, $100 for your birthday towards your college account. So that's what several members of her family, have done for her from birth. And what they'll do is they'll wrap it up in the paper, and then they'll also, oh, that light is going crazy, so I'm going to turn that off real quick. Stand by. That was fun. This is a live moment, right? That light does that sometimes, and it drives me nuts. So what they'll do is they'll do that, and then they'll get her something smaller, so something more inexpensive, like a coloring book or some Play-Doh or something like that. I also have a great family because they ask me what she wants, and I've told you one of my tips for gifts is, like, on my phone I keep the Google Notes app, and I have everybody's name in there. So if I think of something, I put it in there. So I do the same thing with her, especially for right around her birthday and Christmas, because everybody asks me what she would like. So oftentimes I'll tell them exactly what it is, and they appreciate that because they can just go out and get it. I'll take pictures of it too. If she says she sees something during the year that she likes, I'll take a picture of it. Or same thing with my husband, or my in-laws, or my mother, or something I think about. It's just a great way because if be like, if you think, in June, oh, that would be a great gift for Christmas for mom. Well, write it down because once Christmas comes around, you're not going to remember it. So being choosy about that. Now, the other problem is I am a very minimalist. I have never been somebody who attaches to things. Never. I if I lose something, like if I lost my wedding ring, I'd be upset. For instance, this did make me upset. So our dog has such an anxiety problem that we put him in a kennel when we leave. Well, I probably 3 years ago got a pair of Athleta pants for Mother's Day. Like that's what I wanted. So I got a gift card, went and got a pair of Athleta pants. Washed them. I didn't dry them. I hung them up on the door. It was great. It was fantastic. I was so excited. Legitimately, we went out to go do something. We put Hallie in his kennel in the same room, laundry room, where the door's not shut. It's just open area, laundry room. You can walk into it. And then the pants were hung on the door handle. Guess what happened? Came home and the pants were in the kennel. The dog chewed the largest hole in my brand new $100 pants. That goes to show I shouldn't have spent $100 on a pair of pants, number one. And I was upset for a hot minute, but then I thought, whatever. It just kept on about my life. Now, the whole point of the story here is that, like for my daughter, she is super attached to things. I am not. She is very attached to things. I think if she had a past life where she lived in the Great Depression and didn't have stuff, or she at some point had things taken away from her because it's her things. And she is also a child that always plays with her things. Like she rotates her things. And it's funny, it's like she knows when I think about slipping something away, getting rid of it, giving it away. She says, I stopped? What happened, Pat? Did I not, can anybody hear me? Pat said I stopped mid-sentence. Am I back? Let's see. Can somebody tell me if I'm back? I hear me. Anybody else hear me? Put it in the comments. I'm gonna keep talking. Assuming it's working. I got a computer over here, so I think it's working. I hear you. Okay, perfect. Ooh. Pat. Okay, cool. You never know with the internet. I have made my husband make you could go on your internet and you can make a device a priority. So if you ever have like a Zoom meeting, and you want to make a device priority, meaning it gets priority internet over anything else in your house, you can do that. I just realized that I can see the chat over here on my computer, so that's what I'm gonna look at instead of poking at my phone like a weirdo. You guys are definitely seeing more of my personality right now, so I hope I don't turn anybody off. I'm a little bit of a nut job. Let's see. I'm gonna go back up here. So with toys, I feel your pain. Before I could easily get things out of the house, and then if my daughter realizes that something is gone, it's like devastation. So if anybody has tips on that, I would love those. Love your videos. Lived on a farm. Oh, Rothanna. With no indoor plumbing first 9 years of life. I can relate to living the way our grandparents did because how I grew up. Absolutely. My husband is scheduling AC maintenance after hearing your reminder. You better do it. Yep. Don't forget. And then to go ahead and just put it on your calendar every 6 months. If you don't want to do, which you get a better rate usually if you go through, I need to stop pointing. You get a better rate if you go and you do a, what do you call it? Like an ongoing service maintenance contract. You can cancel it at any time, but you also get, like with Morris Jenkins, they've been wonderful with us. They are super great customer service here, but we get priority. So if something happens, we get priority above a non-customer, so they get out here quicker. And they've had to be here, brand new unit. I think it was the first 18 months something happened to it. It was something weird. So let me go back. I want to make sure I'm getting everybody's. Hi, Lynn. You're new to my channel. Love watching my videos. We love to take vacations and value our time together over giving gifts. Any frugal vacation tips? So my frugal vacation tip, I'll tell you what it is. It's very, very interesting. We rarely go on vacation. I know some people who go on vacation so often. We rarely go on vacation. We do. So this will be the third year in a row. So we went when my daughter was 10 months, and then we didn't go again until my daughter was 3, something like that. So there was several years there that we didn't go. Because it just wouldn't have been a memory for her. Plus, I don't mind staying at home. I don't like to travel. So, yeah, there's that. I don't like staying in hotel bedrooms. I don't like staying in hotel beds. They give me the heebie-jeebies. I've got to travel for work in a couple of weeks, and I know I've got to stay in a hotel bed. I'm like, ugh. It's just something I have a problem with. But so my tips would be, the one thing we always go to the beach, and we live about 3 hours from the beach. We don't take extravagant vacations. We go to the beach we love, that we know. We try to find a good deal. The past 2 years, we found great deals because of everything that was going on. This year, it's more expensive. But you've just got to really search and find what you want. I think if you're going on vacation and you have saved up, meaning like, the sinking fund or the bucket fund, as I talk about, then you are going to be better off, and you can, depends on what you want to do and your experience. And like I always say, we're all different. As far as frugal tips, find some place with a kitchen, even if it's a hotel room, because eating out can be, just like it's the second largest budget item in your regular budget, usually behind housing. Eating out on vacation or eating on vacation is the most expensive part behind the actual place you stay. And then anything that you do, we don't go and do a lot of activities. We go to the beach, we hang out on the beach, we hang out on the pool. Part of going is going out to eat to different restaurants. We don't go to the same restaurants that, like chain restaurants. You won't find us at a Cracker Barrel or an Applebee's. We go to something very specialized or something on the beach. And we use that as our experiences, and that's fine. That makes us happy, but we also enjoy staying home. If I can take time off of my regular job and work on things that I like YouTube and the candles and something else I'm starting. I know, like I have time for anything else. That makes me happy. So I haven't done a frugal vacation video because I don't have a lot of tips on it. I don't vacation a lot. So I think Kate may, and then I think Audra the Median, I think they have a video about that. I would check that out. I'm going to be completely honest if I don't have any good tips. Let's see. Oh, Elisa. So she says, hi, Jennifer and everyone. I love the picture you have in your background. So you see this picture? It's right here. I've moved rooms. I created a room for like my candles and my YouTube stuff. And I have been looking for a picture to go there in my background. No joke. I went to Kirkland's. Now I've been out looking like Home Goods, what do you call it? TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all those kinds of places. And haven't found a thing. Looked on Etsy, like I thought I'd get a print and then put it in a frame. Went to Kirkland's, went to the clearance section, $16.97. Yes, I got a deal. It's originally $39.99, and it's by this great artist. Like on the back, it's an artist that sells with Kirkland's, and there were, I think, 10 of them. So I don't know. Go to your local Kirkland's and you might be able to find it. The great thing about it is this blue part, it looks really pretty up front, is raised off of the white mat, and it almost looks like a like torn paper. And then you've got this like print here, which we have in this room now. You can't see down here, but we moved my daughter's rug out of her room, so it's kind of colorful. And then I thought this went well with the air plant that we got here. So I'm so glad you like it. I got it for such a deal. I was so excited. But the one thing, like, that's another tip for you. I talked about this all the time. I saw so many things that would be okay, like they would work. I could put them up and it'd be fine. But I wasn't 100% sold on them, right? Never settle. I saw that. I knew it immediately. There wasn't a hesitation, and I got it. Let's see. Michelle says, I love the simple creativity. We also do the 529 plan, and it's been great to have people give to that instead. I love the idea of having people print off the donation receipts. Yeah, so not even the receipt, but like, I think you can go online and find like a template, and it'll say you can like enter their name and what it's for, and then just like it almost looks like a little diploma. Is that silly? Like, that's what it reminds me of. Yes, the college idea is great. Let's see here. Love the idea of the ongoing list. Yes, suddenly, oh, that's when I see. Let's see, get down here. They sound like something our dog would do. Let's see. Maybe something did happen with my phone. Yes, all of a sudden they became emotionally attached to the toys they haven't played with in months. Yes, that's what my daughter does. It's like she can telepathically know the toy that I'm thinking about getting rid of, and and this has happened at least 24 times. Legitimately, she hasn't played with it in months. The next day, she has the thing out. Something's funky about that. Let's see here. I bet you never hold. Let's see. Your 5-year-old is exactly like my 12-year-old. Yes. Well, what do you do, Amanda? What do you? Any tips? Any tips for that? I had two of everything with my twins. Thankful for they are 21-year-old twins. I love that. Now it's money for school. I'm thankful they received gifts for college. Yes. I have no tips except don't get rid of anything without talking to me first, please. I get attached to things. Oh my gosh. She has gone through the trash can. Like, she knows that I've thrown something away, she has pulled stuff out of the trash can. I mean, not just at 5 years old, at 4 years old. Hi there, you're new here. Welcome to anybody who's new here. So with you, Yvette is with me on not liking traveling or sleeping in a bed other than mine, particularly in hotel rooms. Punisha, I am probably butchering your name. Am I I've been talking to you for months and months now. How do I phonetically say your name? Punisha? Please tell me. I really want to know. On a holiday, we eat dinner. This is from Margaret. Different restaurants every night, though we go self-catering. Let's see. 420 here. Oh my gosh, it's 420. You're prepping for your mom's 60th birthday and hanging out with me. Happy birthday to your mom. Happy birthday. Yes, love a deal. Let's see. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'll definitely let my husband know about the 529 template. Yes. Stay somewhere with a kitchen. Yeah, it is a great tip. That way you can cook things that are easy, especially like breakfast, where people don't always have a big appetite for things. Let's see. Are you Hi Jen, what are your thoughts on regifting? I have things I could donate, but also use as I have no problem with regifting. If you get something that you don't like, but you know that somebody else will, I have no problem with it. The way I feel about that is if somebody gives you something, then they've released the access and the, I guess, they've released it to you, right? If they gift you something or give you something, then it's yours, right? Um, so a lot of people worry about getting rid or regifting something that somebody might go, well, where is this? Why isn't that in my house? They have to realize that they may not, you know, would they want to keep something that they didn't like? Or the way I look at it is, if when you give something, if everybody could have the mindset, when you give something, realizing that that person gave it to you, they love you, or you are special, and the intention behind it. Appreciate that. And if it's not something you want to keep in your home or keep cluttered, then give it to somebody who, if you imagine that thing, could use it. Amanda says, actually, this may be weird or harsh, but my 12-year-old can't keep her room clean, and I will go and pick up everything that's on the floor and put it in a bag. She never misses it. Well, I wish mine did not miss it. I had to clean, Debbie says, I had to clean out the outgrown, old, and broken toys when my twins were at school. My son was the one who would always notice something missing. I was nodding to pulling things back out of the trash that someone tossed away. You Pat. I don't get rid of it. I show her what collected, and then everything becomes more precious, and then she appreciates things more and puts it away. Yep, I've said things about it. I'm like, if you don't get rid of it, mommy's gonna get rid of it, and she knows I'm not joking. If you don't put it away, I'll get rid of it. um, let's see. I'm trying to see. I think one in, one out. Yep, that's a good toy thing. And blame the container if they've got too many. Okay, Punisha. Punisha. I said it right. I've been saying both right. Ooh, I'm so happy. Let's see. Well, this has been so much fun. Have you guys enjoyed this? Do you want me to do more? We can do different topics. We can just sit here and chat. Hopefully it'll be entertaining on the playback for somebody, and somebody will get something out of it. I'll keep it up here. And if I didn't answer questions that may have been on here, I can do that in another video. Let's see. Julia says, one silver lining is if you're a pretty good cook and you go out to eat, it never tastes as good, so you aren't missing that much. I am with you. Some foods are legitimately, some restaurants just not good. You come home and it just tastes so much better. I need all the help I can get with the toys too, Michelle. Maybe I need to listen to some other videos on that. I'm so glad you like chatting with us, Debbie, or with me and with everybody. Isn't everybody in this community so sweet? They're just the best. Again, if you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a like. For me, doing this, if you, to help me out, liking the video, sharing the video. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, it's completely free. There's no sign up or anything. You can subscribe at any time. Yes, do more live chats. I would love to do more live chats, and I can do them different times too. Yeah. The only bonus is you don't have to wash dishes when you eat out. Trust me, I love eating out. I ate out last night and it was fantastic. I just had the least amount of energy yesterday afternoon, and I was just exhausted, and I said, nope, I know my limit. Let's just go out to eat. and it was great. Okay, thank you so much, Pat. I want to say thank you guys all for being here. It was so much fun talking to you. I really wish that I didn't have to jump off. I would keep talking to you, but I have to go cook the bean balls and the gravy, and I think I'm going to do noodles instead of rice with them tonight. I'm kind of just in the mood for some noodles since I just bought some. And then I go to bed super early. Like I'll be asleep by 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Because I get up so much at night, and there's no way to fix that. Trust me, been there, done that. That I need from 8:30 to 4:45 when I've got to start my day. Mondays are kind of like, because there's so many meetings. Anyway, thank you so much. Again, thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I do have the best viewers, Pat, and you're one of them. Love you, Jennifer. You encouraged me so much. Julia, I am so happy. You guys encouraged me too. Um, night, 10 o'clock in Belfast. Oh my goodness, Belfast, it's 10:30 p.m. here already. This is during my Sunday nap time before evening worship, but it has been nice. Oh, I'm so excited for you. That you get nap time. I can't do naps anymore. Thank you so much. Okay, well, I am going to say goodbye and figure out how to turn this off, and hopefully it saves for everybody else. Thank you, and I'll do it again soon.